Hello, everyone. I am recording this video to help us set up our science fair project PowerPoints. So to start, what I'm going to do is I'm going to log on to my OneDrive. Your OneDrive is probably going to look similar to this. I'm going to go up to where it says New, and I'm going to hit the arrow to create a new PowerPoint presentation. Once I have uploaded my PowerPoint, I am going to go up to the top left corner so that I can name my PowerPoint presentation. So yours might look a little bit different than mine, but right now mine says presentation 1. I'm going to change that so that I'm going to include my name, Miss Wolf's Science Fair Project. And all I have to do is click return or enter and it will save automatically. So if you see it said saved up at the top, and I know that that has now saved. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you a template of a science fair PowerPoint. This template is going to actually be uploaded onto Moodle already, but you can use this as a resource so that you know which slides you need and in what order. So if I have my own science fair project PowerPoint opened up on a tab, I can go over to my template. And I'm going to quickly walk you through the different slides that you need to include. So to start, my title slide is the title of my science fair project. You can include the question that you are going to ask, and you're also going to include your name and your grade. If your project is connected to a specific type of science, such as geology, chemistry, it might also be a great idea to include this on this title slide. On the next slide, you are going to include your topic question. So what is the question that you are trying to answer through this experiment? You're going to include this here. It might also be a great idea for you to actually include some pictures, either of the experiment that you actually conducted at your home or some pictures that you found online. Next, you are going to have the project overview. So this is going to be a brief summary of your project and why you chose to work on this specific project. Was it something that interested you? Was it related to an experiment that we did in class? Was it something that you have done in recent years and you wanted to do an extension of it? You're going to write a brief overview of your project. On the next slide, you are going to actually be conducting some research to find out some background information on your experiment. You're going to summarize your research in bullet points or in a short paragraph on this slide. So this is really the science behind your experiment. On the next slide, you are going to have your variables. There are 3 variables that we're going to be working on. You have the controlled variable, and this is the thing that's going to be kept the same throughout the experiment. So if I was measuring different temperatures of water for an experiment, maybe the control is the amount of, I'm going to keep the same amount of water in each of the cups, but I'm going to be changing the temperature in each. So the controlled variable would be, or one of the controlled variables would be the amount of water I used. That's going to be kept the same so that my experiment can be reliable and valid. The independent variable is the one thing that you are changing. You should only have one independent variable, the one variable that you purposely change and test. So if I am looking at different water temperatures, the difference in water temperatures is going to be my independent variable. Maybe I'm looking at room temperature water, cold water, and warm water. But again, the controlled variable would be the amount of water I'm using. That all stays the same, but the independent variable is the one thing I'm changing. My dependent variable is the measure of change observed because of the independent variable, the thing that's changing. It's important to decide